Hi guys, it is Thursday, it is 2 p.m. I am again on location. I'm at mom and dad's house in their kitchen. I just grabbed a bite to eat for lunch and realized that it was almost 2 o'clock, so here we go. So I am gonna throw this over to the other Facebook and then we will start. I will say, before I start talking about today's topic, which is about, hi Helen, how are you? Before I start talking about today's topic, I yesterday made a post about, because I've been doing, if you've been watching, I'm doing my financial challenge and saving for a home in 2021. And yesterday I made a post about checking your credit score, and a good question was asked about which credit score site lenders prefer to lean towards. And there's not really an answer for that because they have to run all three and they take the middle one, and it's sort of a crapshoot. And I say that because it depends on what debt you have. And everyone's debt is different, right? Because you could have student loans, you could have car loans, you could have mortgages, you could have, it just depends. You could have foreclosures, whatever. There's so many different things. So in that reference, they don't lean towards one or the other. They go for whatever the middle range is of your credit score. But I also linked in that comment. There's two different sites you can go to. You can go to annualcreditreport.com and sign up there. That gives you a free annual credit check from all three bureaus. And they're required to provide that for you. It does not hurt your credit. And they do a personal credit check. Now, I will tell you that your personal credit check is different than a lender's credit check. And I explain why in that post. I also am signed up for Credit Karma. Now, I will warn you that they are trying to sell you credit cards and they're trying to get you to refinance stuff, so just ignore all that. But it does send you a monthly update of your credit scores for TransUnion and I think it's Equifax. It's one of the E's, but just an FYI. So, getting to today's topic. Buying a house in 2021, what's different? I was just showing property. Hi, Laura. How are you? So, buying in 2021, here is what is changing. Number one, the first thing that's changing is the features buyers are looking for. And I tell you this not only as a seller, but also as a buyer, because I always tell my buyers not to necessarily look for what is good for them right now, but what is good for them in the future. And in the future also means reselling your property. So you want to think about what are people going to want when they go to buy my property from me. Think about the transition to virtual classrooms, working from home jobs, drastically increasing the more time that we spend at home overall. So buyers, their wish lists have just changed dramatically. So when you're looking either at selling your home in the future, or if you're looking at buying a home, you want to look for dedicated home office space or multi-purpose space, multi-purpose kitchens, mudrooms, smart home technology. You want to look at places that have made a maximum use of their outdoor space because people want to be able to be outdoors. I know I've talked about it, I'm sure here. I should do it from the garage sometime. This isn't my house, so I don't know why it looks like it was my garage. But Wayne and I use our garage as extra living space, and it adds, a ton of extra square footage to our home. And that's sort of come about during all of this. Now, right now, our garage is full of stuff, but that's a whole other issue. So that would be number one, is the features buyers are looking for has changed in 2021. Number two is being prepared in advance. I know you have heard me talk about inventory being low. It is low. It is extremely low. We talk about a balanced market being 6 months. That means if nothing else goes on the market today, it will take 6 months to sell everything, and that is a balanced market. Anything less than that becomes a seller's market because there's not inventory, correct? Right now in Virginia Beach, we're at like a 3-week market. It's crazy. I was just showing a condo and it was okay. It wasn't fantastic. I went to walk out and there was literally like 3 realtors standing there. And I had an appointment. I also went to show a property, I can't remember what day, like when Monday. And I called the agent for an appointment. She gave me the appointment. I got there and there was a line of 4 realtors with their clients, and literally because we're practicing COVID, one realtor would go up with their clients to the 2nd floor. When they came down, they would let the next realtor go up to the 2nd floor. They would do the 1st floor, and then they would go out to the outside so there was 1 realtor outside in the backyard, 1 realtor on the 1st floor, and 1 realtor on the 2nd floor. So there's 3 realtors showing the house at a time. When I was standing in the driveway, we were 7 deep at least. And that must have just been going on all day, but it's because there's no inventory. So if you want to sell your house, call me. And I currently am working with like 5 buyers that are looking for houses, but there's not a lot of inventory. So the most important thing there is being prepared in advance. So knowing your budget, being able to make those decisions confidently, and knowing, what you can do and being able to make those decisions quickly. You don't want to have to wait for a lender to call you back. You don't want to have to wait for your realtor to be able to set up an appointment. You want to be able to know what's going on. You want to meet with your realtor, you want to meet with the lender and have that stuff all in place so that it can be done quickly. I send my buyers the contract questions ahead of time so that they have those questions in mind. They've signed all of their buyer disclosures ahead of time so that when we come to actually write the contract, all they're having to go through is the actual purchase agreement and the actual contingencies. They're not going through all of the other 20 pages. They're just concentrating on those 20 pages. Because if you had to look at 40 pages all of a sudden and there's so much else going through, sorry. So you want to make sure that you're pre-approved. You want to make sure you've knocked it out as much as you can ahead of time so you can do things quickly. And then number 3, and this kind of goes with that, but buyer consults. Sitting down, having that consultation so you can figure out with someone that does this every day, what it is you truly want, and what it is you need. You don't want to get frustrated going through this process and not know what's going on and not have an idea, because it can be frustrating. And in today's society, just in general, the last thing we need is more stress, right? So sit down with someone that knows what they're doing. They'll ask you some questions, walk through the process. There's no one here other than me, so I'm wondering who's ringing the doorbell. But I have a checklist of the process for people. I have a checklist of timelines for people, so it can walk you through all of those things. So, buyer consult. So that's what I got. So things that buyers are looking for, features buyers are looking for, being prepared in advance, and doing a buyer consult is sort of the changes that we've really done for buying a house in 2021. It all came about because of 2020. I remind you again, I've got my 12-month home maintenance checklist. You can look at my link tree, my link in bio, and click for it there, and follow my finance challenge to save for a new house in 2021. If you have questions, all you have to do is ask. I'm always here. Thanks, guys. Have a good Thursday. Bye.